Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is a part 2 of my last minute Halloween, the famous clowns. If you would like to know how to turn into one of these clowns, just keep on watching. So this one is a little bit harder because I'm using face paint, as you'll know, and I only have white, black and primary colours, which are red, blue and yellow. And for this particular one I will need green and purple. Therefore I will be showing you how I mix the primary colours to get secondary colours. I'm going to paint my face white because that's our base, and I'll be right back. As my second layer of white face paint is drying, I will show you how to turn primary colours into secondary colours. If you remember when you were at school and you learned about primary colours and secondary colours, this is basically it. I need a vibrant green and I don't have that, but I do have yellow and blue, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to grab a lot of my yellow face paint and make it into a paste. So get it on my brush, get a lot on the brush, wipe it on the lid. Now I'm going to take the brush that had the blue on it, take my blue and dip it in the blue. Just build it up a little bit, you don't need as much as the yellow. And then just wipe it on a different area of the lid, and then just mix the two colours together. And I think I've got the colour bang on how I wanted it. Yeah, I might add the tiniest bit of blue. Now what I'm going to do is dip it in water and kind of dab that on the side. Because these will dry up, you can always kind of revive them with your dirty water, and I just spilt some. So if I want this to be slightly more blue, I can always use that bluey water and kind of drop it in like so. I did the same process and I got my purple. For the purple, I've mixed loads and loads of blue and about 1/3, so like 2/3 of blue and 1/3 of red. This green would probably be like a quarter of blue and 3/4 yellow. I will turn myself into Joker. So I'm going to start with my brows. And I'm straight away going to give myself a widow's peak. And I'm going to take my brush and put it on my lower lash line. Kind of wing out the very tip. So I'm done with the green for now. And now I'm going to take my purple, and what I'm going to do is take the tiniest bit, almost like a liner, and wing it out as well. Then I'm going to take my finger and kind of blend it upwards. The reason why I'm using my finger is that it will allow the paint to dry as well as I'm dabbing. And I'm almost giving myself like a smoky eye with this purple. So all over the mobile lid, but gradually. I'm gonna wet my finger a little bit so it's damp, so I'm drying it off, but it is still damp. Sometimes you will need to like fix your base, and again, your fingers are your best tools. I'm going to take my green once more, and because it dried up, I'm going to dip my brush in that blue water and mix it in the lid. And because I like that blend, I'm going to blend the bottom line as well. Taking that green and I'm adding some more blue water, that is. It allows me to control the colour a little bit more. And I'm going to add a little bit more dimension. And I'm going to make the lips red. No. I'm going to line the top of my eyes with black, because I think they kind of get lost. So let's do the lips. I'm going to take my brush, dip it in red, and you know what, this red is too vibrant, so I'm going to take loads of it on the lid with a little bit of black. And to make it even more interesting, I'm gonna take that water that's blue and put the tiniest bit of that in there as well. And Joker does have quite a big smile. And from there, making a straight line into my cheek. Not too far out, probably stopping where my eye stops, like the outer corner of my eye. Don't focus on it too much because you'll overdo it, and I always do that. Love it. You can always paint your hair if you wanted. And that's my Joker look. And for my final look, I will be doing the very famous, the very current Pennywise It clown. I know, I'll shock you, I haven't even watched the film. Neither the new one or the old one. I have never read the book, and I love horror films, so I really do need to watch it. So as with all of the looks, you can block your brows, although I will add another layer of foundation. Am I? No, that's good. I'm gonna start with the eyes, and I'm gonna take black because he always looks like this. I don't know if he's got anything on his upper lid, but I'm gonna assume he does. So I'm gonna cover my lid with black paint. And just like I did with the Joker, I'm going to take my ring finger and I'm going to fade it outwards. If you feel like the finger's getting too dirty, use the middle finger, even the pointer finger. So you want it smoky and nicely blended. And I'm just gonna take my ring finger and start doing this on the bottom lash line as well. If you feel like you're getting messy, it might be worth getting a brush. And now my hands are a little bit cleaner. I shall take red, and can you tell how it stains? Well, I'm going to take my red paint, build it up on my brush, put it in the lid. The brush I used for black, which still has a little bit of paint on it, and put the tiniest bit on the rim of the lid and mix it in with the red. This will give me like a nice dark red. I still have that water that's been dyed blue, and I'm going to dip my brush in it once and mix it in as well. And I'm going to start with my nose. His is very straight, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to kind of underneath, I'm going to stop where my nostrils start and kind of go around and cover the nostril. I'll let that dry and then add another coat. Shall we do the crazy lines? We shall. I'm going to change my brush to an angled thin brush, and I'm going to dip it in my paint. I'm going to start from the top. And you want to line it with your pupil. Inwards just ever so slightly. So I'm actually going to smile, and I'll naturally have like slight dimples. I'm not sure if everyone has that. If you have like a really cheesy smile, so I'm going to start from here and kind of make like a C shape. So from this smile indent here upwards. The Cupid's bow is very pointy on Pennywise, so that's what I'm going to do too. Now I have my shape, I'm going to go back to the bigger brush. Whilst this is drying, I'm going to give my nose another coat. Lips one more time. Going back to my angled brush. I'm going to take the brush that had black on it and get the rest of the paint and mix it in with what I have left in the lid and get that on my angled brush. And this time go from the eye downwards, trying to blend those two together, and then same here. Now I'm going to take straight up black and line my lips. Kind of blending it with those lines that are going up. And in. Not too much though. So I'm gonna take a clean brush, dip it in water, get the excess water off and blend. Now I'm gonna take my finger, little bit of that black, and blend it one more time where the lines meet. And I'm gonna take, in the picture you can actually tell that he's not wearing anything. It's almost like just an outside bit of his lips that's actually got the paint in it, well, whatever he's wearing. So I'm gonna get that makeup wipe and kind of clean up a little bit. So all I'm gonna do is take away some of that paint from the inside of my mouth. Don't do it too neat. You don't want a harsh line. I feel like that makes it even scarier. And I'm going to reapply a little bit of red. So the paint has pretty much dried on the brush. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this look and many other looks in this video. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like and subscribe, and just like the previous tutorials, you do you. You can do as many or as little steps as you'd like. Again, please like and subscribe, and I hope you're looking forward to more tutorials before Halloween.